My name is Carl Anthony, and I work in the automotive industry in Detroit. Sometimes that work encompasses future vehicle technology, and that's what we talk about here, for the most part anyway. This is AutoVision News Radio. Younger generations continue to see autonomous vehicles and related technology in a positive light. That's according to the third annual Consumer Mobility Report from Motional. Based on independent research conducted by a third party on behalf of Motional, the study gauges how the general public views and understands self-driving technology and whether or not they've interacted with it. Over 1,000 participants were surveyed in the United States between late September and early October 2022. We'll take a few minutes here to cover the third annual Consumer Mobility Report from Motional. AutoVision News Radio is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeart.
You're listening to AutoVision News Radio with Carl Anthony in Detroit, Michigan.
First-hand experiences are important. That was one of the main themes of Motional's 2022 Consumer Mobility Report, where 27% said they have ridden in an autonomous vehicle. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a 2% increase versus Motional's 2021 report. According to Motional, these percentages will rise as more people experience the technology firsthand. With responsible media coverage, that can relay the correct information to a wide swath of consumers. But these in-person demonstrations with an industry expert go further on an individual level. We covered this very important topic in a prior episode of AutoVision News Radio between experiential marketing and in-person ride and drives and autonomous technology. I'll leave a link to that prior episode in the description. Outside of conferences and trade shows, robotaxis are one of the best ways to experience self-driving technology, and that was reflected in the 2022 Consumer Mobility Report. Nearly half who have ridden in a robotaxi before said they would do so again. Half of Gen Z respondents said robotaxis are preferable because there's no awkward social interactions with a driver. Another 30% of respondents said robotaxis are cleaner. In general, 84% who have ridden in an autonomous vehicle are open to taking another ride, while 53% say they are comfortable with the safety and security levels of autonomous technology. By contrast, 47% of participants who have not yet experienced an autonomous vehicle would feel positive about eventually taking a ride. Younger generations show the most interest in autonomous vehicles and related technology. In the 2022 Consumer Mobility Report, over 80% of Gen Z respondents said they have no significant concerns with the safety and accuracy levels of autonomous technology. Over a third of Gen Z participants believe autonomous cars are safer than human drivers, with another 44% indicating that self-driving vehicles are less aggressive. Other respondents in the study noted that autonomous vehicles do play a role when it comes to reducing road rage, drunk driving, and distracted driving. Millennials are similar to Gen Z in their overall view of autonomy. For example, 60% of millennial respondents said they would feel comfortable as a cyclist in a city with autonomous vehicles. Likewise, 1 in 4 millennials believes they are safe as pedestrians in a city with self-driving cars. In the 2021 Consumer Mobility Report, nearly 70% agreed that safer roads should be a priority, with some saying they support infrastructure investments in their community to accommodate self-driving vehicles. In the 2022 report, more than a third believe autonomy is a catalyst for more equitable and accessible transportation and will provide flexibility to those with limited mobility options. To learn more about Motional's annual Consumer Mobility Report, see the links in the description. In Detroit, I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News Radio.